What up folks, John here again. Right, the flying ban has been lifted by the CAA. Let's go flying. Come on, what are you waiting for? Come on. Right, so we've done all the checks. Let's go and have a fly. Let's see what's going on. There's not many people here. I think there's a lot of people actually just messing around with the planes, but let's start her up and let's go. Yeah, here we go. So we'll just go to the signing out area and sign out. I absolutely love this airfield. It's a great place to fly from. Just going a local flight today, I think. I don't feel confident enough to go out a bit further, so I think I might get Peter Davis, the LAA coach, to actually sit with me for half an hour when the actual the flying ban is lifted. So, well, not flying ban so much as the social distancing, because obviously we can't have two people in the aircraft at the moment because of social distancing. Right, I'm just going to go and sign in. I'll be back in a minute. Righty-ho then, we've actually signed out, so let's go and do some checks and get some flying done. Right, I'll go out into the centre of the field, do some pre-takeoff checks. Right, everything seems to be actually working okay so far, but you never ever know with an aircraft, especially when it's been in storage for 5 months, which is around about what it has. Right, so let's go through our shift warp. Let's put the brakes on. Right, controls full and free, yeah. Harnesses and hatches secure, yeah. Instruments. Right, we'll set this. We're 320 feet above sea level, so we've got a QNH of 1021. Radio on. Fuel. Tick over's alright. Pressure, back pressure. Fuel, got plenty in both tanks. Do a radio check. Oh, that's an airfield. Golf Foxtrot Bravo over Tango. Requesting radio check 129.830. Thank you very much, sir. 3 new 5s also. Right, so the radio's working. Done all the checks. Right. Instruments. Radio check. All clear. Yeah. Let's proceed. Now, I don't know about anybody watching, but I've actually really missed my flying over the last couple of months. Because if you think about it, we actually had all the rain, which was leading up to March. And then in March, we actually had the pandemic start. So that went out the window then for your flying. I'll just move this away from a bit. It seems a little bit... Right, we're just doing a clearing turn. Just making sure there's nothing else in the actual circuit before we take off, because we don't want to get into anything coming the wrong way or anybody. Runway 34 today. This is a left-hand circuit. What I'm going to do is, like I said earlier, I'm just going to go for a quick local jolly, because I'm still Well, let's see. Right. Oh, that's a micro base. Golf Foxtrot Bravo Tango. Rolling 3-4. Here we go. Wow, that was a lovely takeoff. It's a bit bumpy up here today, I must admit, but I'm sure I can cope with that. Right, to 500 feet. What an absolutely beautiful view of the airfield, look at that. Right, we have to actually fly down the tree line here. Because there are a couple of farms and horse owners that actually do complain about the aircraft flying over, which I can get the point. There's plenty of scenery around in Staffordshire. Wow, there's a little bit of actual noise there coming through. Yeah. So what we're doing is we're flying now towards the golf course. Let's have a look, see what's going on. No, well, you never know. With the social distancing now, we've got to have a go, haven't we? I mean, it's so great to get out. I've been so bored. I've literally been stuck indoors for the last 6 weeks on furlough. Well, there's plenty of thermals out today. Right, let's get the nose down. Right, we're at 1,400 feet. For an absolutely gorgeous day for flying. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm hoping to do a little bit this year. I was going to go to the Isle of Man TT races, but that's gone out the window because I think they've actually cancelled it because of the actual pandemic. But you know, it'll all be back on next year. The only thing I fear for is the small airfields, which are obviously now. There's a lot of people refusing to pay. Like there is actually here a few people refusing to pay, but what can you do? I mean, if you don't use your car for 6 weeks in the garage, are you not going to pay for your garage? No, you're still going to pay for it. And you know, if you've got that privilege to fly and you've got your aircraft parked up somewhere safe, what else do you want? Wow, we've got the old Abbots Bromley power station here. I thought I was going to actually knock those chimneys down. Let's go towards them and have a look, but I did actually think they was going to knock those down because there was obsolete now. Obviously Abbots Bromley power station is closed down, but I've got a few people in my ear here on the radio. Right, over the other side of Abbots Bromley you've actually got the lake, which is, I think it's called Blythefield Lake. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think it is. I've been flying here for actually 15 years and I still don't know everywhere. Right, we're flying at 70 miles an hour against the wind. Yep, the old Abbots Bromley is still there. Right, so let's turn around. Make sure there's nothing else coming towards us. Lift the wing. Here we go. It's always best to lift the wing. A bit of good practice that. Your instructor should tell you that. My CFI was always telling me. That's old Gordon Faulkner. I suppose there's a lot of people know Gordon. He's a great bloke. I love him to bits. Right, there's another aircraft just shouting in. Aircraft shouting just above Atherton. This is Golf Foxtrot Bravo Tango. I'm just above Pie Green Tower at the moment. If you could just let me know your position so that we don't actually get into any sort of difficulties. Okay, that's lovely, sir. Thank you very much. Golf Foxtrot Tango. Yeah, so we're actually going back towards the field now. I've got the GoPro on the. Can you see the little GoPro there? I've got it actually on the pitot. We're going back towards the field now. It's dead on the nose. I don't know I'll filter it into the video so you should be able to see it. Right, we're above Cannock Chase at the moment. It's probably around about 8 kilometres away from the airfield. We're still going up, so let's put the nose down, pull back a bit on the power. We'll start a nice cruise descent towards the airfield. Oh, we've got Pie Green Tower right beneath us, the Pie Green Road. Wow, it's a bit lively today. I don't know whether you can see the plane jumping a bit, but as long as it don't get too bad so it hurts, that's all we care about. Has anybody else been flying today, I wonder? Anybody who's watching, have you been flying today? Or have you tried to? Or have you got your aircraft and it's not serviceable? I've actually got to get a couple of hours in before August, before I have to have my actual flight test with an instructor now. The reason is because of my wife dying and whatever. I did actually lose heart with it a bit, but I'm getting better now, I must admit. Right, we've got the airfield on the nose of the aircraft. You should be able to see it now. What an absolutely fantastic day. Oh, there's a micro base. It's Golf Foxtrot Bravo Tango, approaching the overhead, around about 3 kilometres to run. Right, we call in for traffic. Obviously, there's nobody on. There's obviously nobody on air traffic control today. So what we do is we call in circuit, which is a good thing to do because it lets people actually know that you are on your way back to the airfield, and we're doing a nice slow cruise descent. I'm absolutely loving this. Right, my friends are there at the moment, Paul and Rita. I'm going to ride their caravan and go and have a cup of tea with them when I land, I think. What an absolutely beautiful day. I'm loving it, I'm loving it, I'm loving it. It's absolutely fantastic. Right then, let's fly down the tree line so we don't upset anybody. I don't know if this happens to all fields. I suppose it does though, really, because obviously aircraft do make a noise. We did used to have helicopters here. We had 2 helicopters here doing lessons at one time, but the neighbours got that bad. It was absolutely unbelievable. Now we're not allowed any rotorcraft at all. The actual council give us an ultimatum, rotorcraft or go. So we got rid of the rotorcraft. I think that's the best thing to do. Right, we're just approaching the overhead and we're going to do a dead side join. Oh, that's a microbase, Golf Foxtrot Bravo Tango, approaching the overhead, about to descend dead side 3-4 left hand. Right, there you go, we've called in, so now if there's any traffic, they'll actually know that we are here. Right, I can see a shadow on the ground down there, so there's no movement. There's a plane up above me, just going across. Right, oh, there's an airfield, Golf Foxtrot Bravo Tango, dead side 3-4 left. Wow, beautiful. Right, readjust the altimeter back down to where we should be. Right, we've got a flap. The flap speed here is between 40 and 80. So let's put the flaps down, first stage, and retrim. Right, so that's the flaps down first stage. Now we'll retrim the aircraft to make it a bit easier to fly. Right, so what we're going to do now is go down this actual other side of this field. Flaps down to 40 degrees, retrim. Right, we've got it's a little bit bumpy, I must admit, but you know, what can you do about that? Wind is wind, nature is nature. I know I'm going on a bit, but right then, so here we go. onto the micro base, Golf Alpha Tango, downwind 34 left hand. Right, so let's turn finals. Onto the micro base, Golf Alpha Tango, joining finals 34 left hand. Right, here we go, we're on the approach now to the runway 34. 60 miles an hour, which is perfect for landing. Right, here we go. Whoa, it's quite a bit of lift there, I must admit. Wow, what a beautiful landing. Right, that's it then. I'm going to go and raid my friends now and have a cup of tea with them. Let's put the flaps back to where they should be. Oh, there's a micro base, Golf Alpha Tango, departed runway 34. Well, not departed actually, just shows how rusty. I'll tell you what, I didn't realise how rusty I was going to be, but I am a little bit rusty, but I think I might come up in the week and have a little go. You never know, I might enjoy it, I might not, let's just hope I do. I was thinking of selling me foxbat this year because, like I said, I give up heart when my wife died, but, you know, I think I'll keep it now. I do love me flying, I must admit, because it's not that expensive to fly, is it? Right then. There's my friend Paul and his wife Rita and the caravan next to my little caravan, because we actually stop here in the summer and it's absolutely fantastic. Right then, here we go. Let's park up and have a nice cup of tea. Right, thank you everybody. I really enjoyed that and I hope you did too. What a fantastic flight. Thank you very much for watching.